to fill up blank space because I don't really know when the video starts streaming until I get the indication. Alright, here we are. Alright, so this is Nuke Marine presenting Let's Read Japanese, course series for the self-study Japanese. Sorry, this is Let's Learn Japanese, course series for the self-study Japanese from basics and beginnings up to intermediate and hopefully advanced. Today is a Let's Read Japanese, so up above is going to be playing the audio of some sort. In this case, it's going to be Steins Gate. The video is Steins Gate, and off to the side is going to be the transcript of Steins Gate, which is basically a rip of the subtitles put in the text format. And yeah, then I follow along with the audio. If I see something, notice something I don't know, pause it, look it up with a pop-up dictionary. About as simple as I can put it. Yeah, so I was saying, now I've got listed like I'm going to be going through 2 episodes today. That's a big if. Because again, usually when I start off a show or a book, the beginning is slow, just because you're basically catching up with everything. But then as you start kind of get all the, once you're caught up with all the vocabulary as the series goes along or the books goes along, it goes much faster. So yeah, I might be saying 2 episodes. That might be kind of ambitious on my part, because again, I remember how difficult Evangelion was when I tried to do like 2 episodes there, and it just was not happening. That was a very difficult. And this is a science fiction based show, kind of like Evangelion, so it's going to be, I can imagine it being just as difficult, especially when they get into the, not the monologues, but the, I forget the correct word for it. And yes, when they're basically just talking about the subject instead of showing it. So now, just to play catch up, it's been about a week, but I've been doing some other stuff. It just wasn't live streaming it, and you probably might hear in the background someone found the NHK theater, which is kind of somebody went and collected a lot of those, and so it's like a few dozen of those, which are kind of interesting to listen to. I think there's another one, TBS Adventure or whatnot. So if you look up Ashen Hill, and you might be able to find a few videos by him that are quite interesting. So somebody on the Discord linked that. Then what else happened? I did do a survey on Discord. I was also asking about Morphman, and I thought the results were kind of interesting. There are a lot of people using Morphman. Most people use Morphman on sentences that are derived from material they've already read or experienced. So that's kind of like how I'm using it as well. So that's interesting. But there are some that are using it, Morphman, on sentences from material they're actively reading, which is okay. I mean, I can see that. And then others, and this is one I would disagree, I would recommend them not doing that, is they're using it on material they plan to read in the future, like they're front-loading vocabulary. I don't recommend that, because I think when it comes to sentence mining, one of the things why we say sentence mining is that sometimes that sentence comes with it loaded with a lot of history, or there's a lot into it than just what the sentence itself is saying. It's like it's not in a vacuum. So, but when it comes from a story, then you can then recall, especially if it's from something you've read, you recall the scenes around that word, or around the sentence around the word in the sentence and in the section that sentence appeared. And I think that's a lot better, because now you've internalized it better. You're not thinking of it as a dry translation. It's like, hey, this was it as a part of a bigger story, and so you can then imagine or recall the emotional impact that story was conveying at that point in time, which can be very important when it comes to how words and phrases are used in the language. All right, and then there was another one where it said, okay, hey, they're using it for some other reason. I didn't ask, like, hey, what was the reason? But that was an option. Then another one is just don't use Morphman. So a lot of people, there is a good chunk of people who don't use Morphman, which makes sense. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting. I'm asking Matt if he can put on his Discord I put on the general on his Discord, but that disappears once people start talking about other stuff as well. So I made a message to see, hey, can you put this under surveys? And just, since that's a pretty empty channel anyway, and just say, okay, post it and see what, and over time to see how people reply to it and see what the numbers will look like. I think that would be quite kind of interesting to do. All right. With that said, let's, they say, let's get to the news. Good. And good. Okay, I think that's. Oh, okay. There we go. All right, so up to about the half-hour mark, I'm going to be reading the news, and if you got any, and then so if you want to just come back later, if you watch this live, and that's then go for that. Otherwise, just a heads up, I don't have control over what the news articles are. I go with them in order, so some of these could be very dark and disturbing. So if your discretion is advised on this. Again, I can't. That's the closest I can get to a trigger warning on this because I don't know what's coming up, but. Usually there's something kind of triggering in one of these stories. I mean, there's a few that made me wince, I'll put it that way. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let me just refresh this real quick. Okay. Nenaka. Killifish. Okay, Nanaka, yeah, good. Wiki, stolen. Choji. Okay, and caught on camera. Let's see what we got. Alright. 水のメダカ。事件防犯カメラに意外な犯人が映っていました。Alright, here we go.
事件は山口県宇部市にあるペットショップで起きました。アライグマは
アライグマWhat? Fucking raccoon.
店で扱っているものではありません。1匹2000円以上の高級メダカも扱っていた店では今月数十万円分のメダカが盗まれる事件がありました。そして防犯カメラに映っていたのがこのアライグマでした。
アライグマ
猫タヌキとで最後見たらなんかアライグマってびっくりしましたね。
レドカメット。I guess that's the name of the store.
被害に遭ったのは販売用のメダカ100匹以上。被害総額は20万円に上るといいます。
Full damages, right? Yeah, 被害総額。Okay, cool. All right, so that's definitely not a triggered story. It's a funny story. It's like, okay, it's like someone's caught stealing 100 fish, and it's like, oh, it's a fucking raccoon. All right. All right. Let's see what the next story is. Stop that. Okay, this one's going to be 8-car pilot. Gyakso 8台が絡む事故。
昨日夜、山口県の国道で乗用車が逆走し、
山口県again。逆走し。
合計8台が絡む事故になりました。昨日午後7時ごろ、山口県下松市の国道
下松市の国
道2号で30代の男性が運転する乗用車が上り線を逆走しました。合計8台が絡む事故になり、
合計8台が
逆走した乗用車を運転していた男性が軽い怪我をしたほか、衝突された車の助手席に乗っていた 50代の男性が肋骨を折るなど、
That's a rib, right? Broken ribs? 肋骨。肋骨を折るなど。
合わせて7人が病院に搬送されました。警察は乗用車が逆走した原因などを調べています。
And they usually say that the police are investigating the reasons for it. They usually end with that. Okay. All right. Yeah. So it's a 8-car pileup. Guy going the wrong way. Why was he going the wrong way? You know, they got to find that out. All right. So this is. Let me go and refresh. There we go. Let's see. 陸に上がった子熊に。It's about that. 悲劇。来たのは。うん。
北海道の東部
北海道で子熊 Is that like supposed to be a baby bear? 子熊ラッコ Is that raccoon? 違う子熊とラッコの珍しい時間が盗撮された。
北海道の東部に位置する別海町の湖で撮影された映像。
別海町わしが子熊を願って
映っていたのは
撮影映って
ちっちゃ子熊だ。
子熊だ。
なんと湖を泳ぐ子熊。しかし一生懸命泳ぎ陸までたどり着いた子熊にこの後悲劇が。崖を登り始めたその時、画面の右側からわしが子熊めがけて体当たりをしてきたのです。その後もわしは繰り返し攻撃。子熊は逃げ続けていました。このワシはオジロワシで、
It's probably better if you see pictures. So, this is actually like for animals. If you just see a picture show up instead of just definitions, it'd be much clearer what they're talking about. オジロワシで
繁殖していた可能性があり、
繁殖動物繁殖していた可能性があり、
警戒して子熊に襲いかかったのではないかということです。
警戒した子熊
一方、こちらも北海道から撮影されたのは野生のラッコです。お腹の上で何かを割り、ご飯を食べる様子も。北海道では乱獲などが原因で
乱獲
20世紀初めに絶滅寸前となったラッコ。
絶滅 絶滅寸前絶滅寸前となっているラッコ。
野生のラッコの姿が見られるのは、北海道東部のごく一部で、
ごく一部ごく一部で
珍しい光景だということです。
Yeah, there's Goku for extreme. I actually saw that Goku Ichibu. So Goku Ichibu, small amount. Okay, cool. All right, so two lighthearted videos, and one with a crash, so not too bad. All right, let's see what else we got. Swita. Toward Oh yeah, so okay, I got that. That's where Twitter was suspending 170,000 Chinese accounts for they were kind of like dealing with Chinese propaganda, supposedly. Okay, let's see what we got. And this is 1 minute. Okay, cool.
ツイッター社は12日、
Let's make that back and let's read it. All right. So アメリカのスウェッター社がおよそ17万のアカウントについて中国政府よりの情報拡散させたとして使用停止にしました。中国政府は停止すべきなのは中国への中国への中小組織スクリューカウントだと反発しています。
ツイッター社は12日、中国政府と関わるおよそ17万のアカウントについて、新型コロナウイルスや香港の問題について中国政府寄りの情報を拡散させていたとして使用停止にしたと発表しました。およそ2万3000のアカウントが情報発信の中心を担い、およそ15万のアカウントはその情報を拡散させる役割だったとしています。
其实真正应该关掉的，恰恰是那些有组织、有协调来攻击抹黑中国的账号。我也想再次重申，中国是虚假信息的最大的受害者。
中国外務省As soon as that's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Okay. 外務省報道官。
中国外務省の華春瑩報道官は12日の記者会見でこう述べ、ツイッター社の対応に反発した上で、中国の感染症対策への努力は実在するもので、多くの人に認められたものだと、これまでの対応の成果を強調しました。
感染症対策Strong desert. Okay. Cool. Kind of explain. Yeah, I heard that news. That was news kind of trending last couple days. Okay, what's the time right now? Got 10 more minutes. So, what we got here? Dokushin. What do you do with her drink? Okay. I guess we'll find that out.
偽計業務妨害の疑いで逮
Okay. Tokyo. And what is this? Katsushikaku. 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 幼稚園で女性職員、女性職員、職員、女性職員のものに今、unusual substance、乱入、混入させる事故があり、44歳の、previous working man、警視庁に逮捕されていたことが。Alright, so I guess he poured something in her drink. Let's see what the story is.
偽計業務妨害の疑いで逮捕されたのは
偽計業務妨害偽計業務妨害の疑いで逮捕されたのは
葛飾区にある幼稚園の元
葛飾区にある幼稚園の
パート職員高橋康介容疑者です。
高橋康介高橋康介容疑
捜査関係者によりますと高橋容疑者は去年9月幼稚園の事務室で同僚の女性職員のペットボトルに入ったお茶や水に異物を混入し
strange substance. Okay.
翌月以降幼稚園に対策を取らせるなどして業務を妨害した疑いが持たれています。
妨害。業務を妨害した。Interfering with the business. Interesting.
飲み物の味が変わったことに気づいた女性職員が警視庁に相談して発覚し幼稚園は防犯対策として事務室を含めたすべての鍵を交換しました。女性職員の健康に問題はなかったということです。取り調べに対し高橋容疑者は毒なんて入れていません知りませんと容疑を否認しています。
And yeah, that usually happens where they're just denying something happened. All right, so not saying what the substance was. If something was an unusual substance, tasted funny, she reported the police. All right, and they investigated. And saying it's probably in reference to basically interfering with that one because he was trying to start up a new business. Okay, could be the case. Previous employees can be dangerous because again they have access to all, again if they have all the keys. Part of the things with security is like changing the locks of everything if you've entrusted someone with the key. Yeah, probably like the biggest danger to any business is is usually from the disgruntled employees. Let's see what else we got. What's the time? We got time for one or two more. And Ragnar saying hi. Hey Ragnar. Okay, so young child. Okay, Criminal taxi. So a kid stole a taxi or something? Dai Kajira. Kajira. Dai Kajira. Let's see. Shototsu. 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 Eisho. That's Eisho, right? Eizo. Shunkan Eizo. See what we got? Moscow. 1 box. Ska. 1 box ska. Hmm?
タクシーが進む先の信号は青です。1台の車が目の前を横切り、次の瞬間事故の瞬間はタクシーのドライブレコーダーに残されていました。今日午前1時過ぎ、札幌市中央区でワンボックスカーとタクシーが出会い
1 box minivan. Okay, makes sense. 1 box car とタクシーが出会いがちら head-on collision. Okay, I assume that's head-on collision, right? Upon meeting something. Okay. Ah.
台頭に衝突しました。この事故でワンボックスカーに乗っていた少年3人のうち2人が重傷で、もう1人の少年と67歳のタクシー運転手は軽傷です。
Okay, I thought they was like trying to mention like the kid was driving or something. Okay, I guess that makes more sense than just an injury.
警察は赤信号を無視したとみられるワンボックスカーとその前を走っていた車の関係を調べるとともに事故の原因を詳しく調べています。
Okay, so there's major injury to a 3-year-old child that was in the car, and then, and then of course a 67-year-old was sustained light injuries. Hamdabi is asking, hello, what is this live stream about? Oh, it's just reading Japanese, but I'm reading Japanese to audio, so in this case the audio in this case is to the news stream, and then in a few more minutes I'll be starting up an anime, which I'll then be reading the transcripts to the anime while it's playing. So the idea is like read a foreign language to the audio. You get better at the foreign language faster than if you're just like only reading or only just watching. By doing them together and then looking up what you don't know, it's still entertaining, but then you're learning at the same time, and at a faster rate. That's the idea anyway. And yeah, so it's just basically me studying in a way, or watching a show in a way. But you know, some people enjoy watching it happen. Okay, so what's the time? It's 28 minutes. Let's all right, let's call that that ends right there. Okay, cool. All right, so we're about to start Steins Gate, and again, this is dealing with time travel. Now, John, I think it was John Teeter or whatever. That was basically a gag or a joke. But it's going to play into a big part in this series. I haven't watched the whole series. I did watch the first episode, basically, and it was kind of interesting. I just never got around to finishing it, so this is a good time to finish it because it's one of the top-rated anime shows as far as IMDb is concerned. Like again, similar to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Attack on Titan. So there's a lot of shows that are at the top. And if you use Let's Learn Languages with Netflix, there's that link to Netflix shows, and you can then have the ranking of the shows based on the language, your target language to learn. And so it's pretty good. If you're learning Japanese, there's a lot of Japanese, and you live in Japan, and there's a lot of shows that you can get through that you probably have not watched. Most of them, I think it's kind of unfortunate, but most of them are animated. There are some dramas. I don't mean like it's unfortunate that a lot of these top-rated shows are animated. It's just that a lot of the people who are ranking shows don't really rank the show because it's a Japanese show. They rank because most of the shows they see are animated that are out. There are people who are ranking outside Japan. If you saw a ranking of shows on IMDb from people who are from Japan, then you'd have a lot more dramas that are rated high, because anime is not like this, you know, this big aspect of the Japanese culture, just an aspect of the culture. So, you know, again, most people are watching regular dramas, or if they're watching stuff at all. Okay, let's get started. And hopefully, Hamdabi, that answers your question. Alrighty. Alright, so here's the script, and again, you get the script off Kitsuneko. Is one place to get it. You can also, if you're subbed up, I think you can download it off of Learn Languages with Netflix. I think you can do that. So you have that option as well. So, let's get this started. By the way, just to say, I recorded this off Netflix, so yeah, this is my recording, but I own I have a Netflix account, so that's perfectly legal to do, and I use PlayOn, so that was the program I used. So if you want to know like how I got these, yeah, so I just record off of Netflix using PlayOn. So there's that kind of that pause in it, because they're basically recording the stream of Netflix. There we go.
宇宙には始まりはあるが終わりはない。無限。星にもまた始まりがあるが、自らの力を持って滅びゆく。有限。英知を持つ者こそ
knowledge, extreme knowledge, wisdom, intellect. 英知を持つ者こそ
最も愚かであることは歴史からも読み取れる。これは抗える者たちに対する神からの最後通告と言えよ。
最後通告。最後通告と言えよ。
おーかりん。
行くぞ。
I'm not sure about the voice actors they used for this anime, though. Like the scientist sounds like an emo teenager. Let's see. Hajimari Owari no Prologue. Oh, prologue. The beginning and the end. The beginning and the end of the prologue. Something like that.
これより会場に潜入する。L。
潜入。会場に潜入。
夫妻。コングル。
L。夫妻。コングル。L。夫妻。夫妻。OK。L。夫妻。コングル。Congruency?
人数が少ないな。やはり機関の妨害が入っているか。
機関？重々のエネルギーを機械的。Okay. Electrical connections. Engine machine organization. 機関の propulsion 妨害 disturbances 機関の妨害が入っている。
何が始まるの？
お前はそれも知らずにここに来たというのか。
Well, she has to come because that's how you're going to explain to the audience.
タイムマシーン。
Let's see. I can't read the rest.
すごいね。
中鉢博士は
中鉢
我々研究者の抜け駆けをし、
抜け駆け、スティール抜け駆け、抜き駆け、国民とだし。抜き駆けよ。
この世紀の発明の発表会へとこぎつけた。
こぎつけた。
たっぷりとその考えを聞かせてもらうつもりだ。地震か？
地震か？
上か。
上か。
これは？お前このために呼びつけたのか？
このシリーズあんまり残ってないのにマユシーは
まあ言うし。
100円玉を切らしちゃっているのです。
甘ったれるなマユリ。たとえ幼馴染であって。
Oh, okay. That's her name. Mayuri. Okay, Mayushi.
でも金は貸さん。お前に今人生の厳しさを教えてやろう。いや、なんだこれは。塗装されてないぞ。
Painted? It's not painted, unpainted. Anyway, 塗装。塗装されてない。
メタル。
あ？
メタルだよ。メタルウーパー。
レアなのか？
すっごく。
ならばくれてやろう。
いいのオカリ。
法王院今日まだ。
Phoenix? Oh. Oh, 隠居馬。
ありがとうオカリ。
だから法王院今日も。
これより8階ホールにて中鉢博士の会見が開かれます。入場は
会見。特定場所で公式。announcements。
基本的なタイムマシンの構造は配布した資料をご覧いただくとして、ここでは基礎的な理論のみ解説していくことにする。
基礎的 foundations 基礎的なfounding theory 基礎的理論のみ解説
これまで世界中の科学者が
メタルウーパー落としたみたいなので探してきます。
タイムマシンの基本構造としては
なんだいきなり。
なんだではない。あなたのタイムマシン理論はなんだ。カーブラックホール、世界線、
世界線、カーブラック、
すべてジョン・タイターのパクリではないか。
ジョン・タイター、there you go。ジョン・タイターのパクリで。That's not, can't be packed. Maybe it is.
タイターは自らをタイムトラベラーと名乗り、2000年にはこの理論をネット上で発表しているんだぞ。知らぬとは言わせん。
ブレナー、もちろん知っておる。あんなインチキ理論と一緒にするなと言っているのだ。
だったら説明してもらおう。あなたとタイターのタイムマシン理論の違いを。
ちょっとあなた。
おい。誰だお前は。
それはこっちのセリフです。
なんだと。
さっき何か言いかけましたよね、私に。
さっき
15分くらい前。
何をトンチンカン。
トンチンカン。トンチンカン。Why is he talking like this? Inconsistent, coherent. トンチンカン。
マキセ。クリス。この前サイエン誌に論文が載った。
サイン。サイエン誌。Okay, there we go. この前サイエン誌に。Okay, that's her name. サイエン誌。Okay, gotcha.
よくご存知ですね。どこか大学の研究室の方です。
貴様、まさか機関が送り込んだエージェント。
機関？何です？私はただ聞きたいことが。
それに答える必要はない。俺だ、機関のエージェントに捕まった。ああ、マキセ・クリスタ。
誰と話してるんですか？
ああ、問題ない。ここはなんとか切りの。
あれ？電源が。
特別に教えてやろう。それは俺以外が触ると自動的に電源がオフになる特殊任務使用形態なのだ。
そう、独り言。
What is that? Anyway, Sue. Location, right? Nest. Okay, nest. Makes sense. サイエン誌。
手短に聞きますね。
手短に。手短に。Small collection. It's very simple. Okay. 手短に。
さっき私に何を言おうとしたんですか？15分くらい前。何か言おうとしてましたよね。すごい思い詰めたような顔で。
俺は全てをお見通しなのだ。
お見通しなのだ。全てお見通しなのだ。
天才少女よ、次に会うときは敵同士だな。
敵同士。
え？
さらばだ。
さらばだ。That guy is weird. He is super weird.
何の話だったんだ？俺に会ったとか。うん。
オカリン。
まゆり、何をやっていた？
メールしたでしょ。メタルウーパがないのです。名前書いて持ってたのに。
落としたのか？
多分。
諦めろ。
メタルウーパーオークションじゃ1万くらいするんだよ。
1万？探せ！我がラボは今。
我がラボ？ラボ。写真。ラボ。
資金が完全にそこを突きかけているのだ。
見つけても売らないよ。
1万あれば新たな未来ガジェットの部品を。
未来ガジェット。ガジェット。新たな未来ガジェット。
調達できるではないか。
調達できる。全員などを必要に。調達できるでは。
だから売らないって。
外に出ていろ。
It's like all the weirdest shit's happening all at once. I love it.
おい。
おい。
誰かいるのか？マキさん、クリス。
どうしたの？顔が真っ青だよ。
人が死んでた。8階で。なんだ。どういうことだ。
トゥットゥルー。はいオカリン。
DK Pepper.
一体これは。
何が？
人がどうして消えた？消えただろ。今ここにいた人たちがみんな目の前で。さあではない。お前も見てただろ。な
見てない。
何を言ってるんだ。
So let's go to 1224 or something. I haven't actually watched the intro, but so I'm assuming since this is about time travel, all those scenes that are popping up are going to play. You're going to realize like what caused all those later on. I'm assuming, and whatnot, and because it's okay. I'm not like the Mayuri. Maybe her voice is kind of difficult to listen to, and her character doesn't seem like a interesting character. But kind of like the opposite of like the God, I already forgot her name, but yeah, the one from Evangelion, the German girl. So yeah, different character, different personalities, but again, they're both kind of annoying, and when you see them, how their characters, type of characters are played on screen. Although I do know there are people in reality that have characters like that, sort of, and I mean not mirrored, but again, you have those adults that like to act like the adult women that kind of act like they're little kids, because they think it's cute and all. So okay, it's just not something it just for some reason seems annoying to me. But again, it just depends on the person. I'm trying to be honest there, like it may not, it's not a rational feeling, just something that just a emotion I have when I hear stuff like that. All right, anyway, let's go.
おいそこの貴様、俺たちが見えているか。なぜ答えない。モニターのそっち側にいる間抜け面の貴様だ。
Foolish face, stupid face. Yeah, 間抜け面。貴様だ。
まあいい。ここが未来ガジェット研究所だ。所属研究員を紹介しておこう。
所属研究員。
まずはラボメンナンバー001。ラボ創設者にして狂気の
創設者し。
あとサイエンティスト。
I mean mad scientist, but okay. 狂気のマッドサイエンティスト。
この俺、王院教務。
王院教務。王院Phoenix. The Phoenix Foundation.
オカリーの方が可愛いのに。
黙れ。岡部倫太郎は世を忍ぶ仮の名だ。
倫太郎。奥部倫太郎のせよ。忍ぶ。仮の名。忍ぶ仮の名だ。
そしてラボメンナンバー002、コスプレ作りが趣味のこう一点。
こう一点。こう一点。Odd. Okay. Actually, let me. Just because it's there, I'm just going to look that up real quick. Oh, okay. So among all the flowers, there's that one blooming rose. Okay. One red flower. Okay. Ko-iten. One red among the. Okay, that makes sense.
Sheena Mayuri.
Sheena. I'm gonna look it up. What is that? Mallet spine.
Niceです。
そしてラボメンナンバー003、チップハッカー橋田至る。
柱至る。
ハカーじゃなくハッカーだろ上皇。
以上。
ハカじゃなくてハッカーだろ上皇。
上の3名だ。
つうかそろそろ諦めた方がよくね。500円ワゴンセールで買ったソフトに期待すんなって。
よく聞け。我がラボは中央通りを進み末広町駅の交差点を蔵前通りに左折。
末広町駅の交差点の蔵前通りに and then yeah take a left 左折蔵前通りに左折。
次の信号の1本手前の路地を入った雑居ビルにある。
Man. I hope that's not a real address because there's going to be a shitload of people going there in real life.雑居ビルにある。
未来ガジェット研究所の目的は世界の支配構造の変革にある。
支配構造変革にある。
混沌に巻き込む発明を生み出すことだ。
混沌に。
分かったか。分かったなら貴様の秘密をとっとと話すがいい。
ね。
quickly とっと話すがいい。
ねえねえ、アルパカマンさんからは
アルパカマンさんから
マユシーたちがゲームみたいに見えてるのかな。
そいつには現実なのかゲームなのかっていう発想さえないんじゃね。
発想こと思いつくこと発想さえないんじ
じゃあダル君の好きな二次元の女の子もそうなの？
Second 二次元二次元の女の子二次元 OK OK alright 二次元の女の子。
あれは別。あの子たちは僕の嫁だから。
That's creepy。あの子たちは俺の嫁だ。
あるの嫁の話はどうでもいい。
でもさ、興味深いテーマじゃん。もし仮に僕たちがモニターの中の存在だとしたら、
仮にそれだと存在
それを見極める術はあると思う？
ない。
見極める術
な。
即答かよ。
即答 That's a quick answer。
ゆえに
That should be right. That's a quick answer。すぐに即答だかよ。
そのような議論
ゆえにそこにあげた。そう、after that。
は不毛。機関に対抗し
Fumojita. Oh, waste. It's a waste. It's a waste to discuss that. So,
世界の支配構造を打ち砕く方法について考える方が
打ち砕く方法について。
よほど有意義だ。
また始まったよ、中二病。
It sounds like he's faking his, like it's a fake. I don't know. It sounds like Crayon Shin-chan, like no one really talks like that.
おつ。
黙れスーパーハッカー。
中二病。New sickness. 中二病。あ、また始まった。中二病。
俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティストオーイン今日まだ
って設定なわけでしょ。
やれやれダル、自分の殻に困らず。
Was that your mask or your armor? Shell. 自分の殻に。自分の殻にこもらず。
人の話はきちんと聞いた方がいいぞ。今日。
ねえねえね。こもらず。
お前にだけは言われたくないすればここです。
今日のお前にだけは言われたくないすれば。
それよりも報道のヘリ到着したみたい。
Man, this is definitely not how you want to be talking, but it's funny.
本日12時頃、東京千代田区秋葉原に墜落した。
千代田？千代田区。東京千代田区秋葉原に。墜落、collision drop, falling、墜落した。
人工衛星と思
わ
れる落下物です。
落下物です。はい、です。落下、right？ 落下物です。落下物です。
あれは何だったんだ。今朝、俺とまゆりは中鉢博士の会見を見るためにラボからラジカンに向かった。
ラジカン？ラボからラジカンに向かって。
しかし気づいた時には人工衛星が激突していた。それだけじゃない。俺が？
墜落したのをテレビで見てて、オカリンがついに機関が動き出したとか言って、2人で見に来たんだよ。
中止？
朝オカリン、あの博士直前になって逃げたとか言って怒ってたじゃん。
中鉢博士の会見だぞ。ラジカンで12時から開かれた。
だから開かれてないって。よかったじゃん。開かれてたらオカリン人工衛星の下敷きになってたかも。
この記憶の齟齬。まさか機関による記憶操作。
記憶操作 Can't remember how to operate 記憶操作
あ、そうか。これこそがシュタインズゲートの選択。
Steins Gate のセレクション。
また設定っすか？そのシュタインなんとかってところから意味不明なんですが。
Steins Gate。そのシュタインなんとかだったところから意味不明。
ダル、未来ガジェット1号だ。
アルパカマンさんが怒ったんだよ。チャンネルを変えたから。
戻れミスター・ブラウン。粗悪品をつかませるとは。
粗悪品つかませる。
ただでもらったやつでしょ。
ダル、テレビを持て。
だが断る。だって今日暑いし、つかデブだからって力があると思うなよ。
いや、威張るところか。
Ibaru, that means be acting arrogant, right? Be put on airs.
Mr. ブラウン。
天のおじさんと呼べと言ってるだろ。
天王寺。天王寺。That's a god? Tennoji. Okay. That's not a shrine, that's a temple, right? Tennoji. Tennoji Yugo. Tennoji-san という。
早急に修理を。依頼したい。
もう壊したのか。ブラウン管への愛が足りねえな。修理代1000円。
むしろ火があるとすれば。粗悪品を渡したそちらに。
そういう口を聞くのか。
修理代を弾もう。
弾む。
マヨリちゃん、こいつの相手するのやめた方がいいよ。
でもマユシーはオカリンの人質なので。
人質なので。
人質ね。
人質。That's a hostage. Maybe not hostage, but apprentice? No, this ain't hostage. 約束を守る証しとして、OK, I guess また経営上の単本と、Okay, yeah, okay, so I guess it makes sense as a hostage. Okay, sorry.
あ、ここも行っちまってるのか。修理代2000円な。嫌なら持って帰んな。どうする？
俺だ。機関はついにあのタコ坊主まで抱き込んだようだ。
タコ坊 炊き込む。
妨害工作に遭っている。
妨害工作。
はい。オカリンは本当にドクペが好きだよね。
I used to like Dr. Pepper myself way back when. Kind of helped me get really fat because it's, when you drink when you're basically drinking pure sugar, it's not good for your health. No matter how good it tastes.
選ばれし者の知的飲料だからな。
選べるし者。選ばれし者。知的飲料だからな。So the drink of the chosen one?
セミの声、すごいね。
ダル、機関がミスター・ブラウンを使って妨害してきた以上、もはや猶予はない。
猶予。もはや猶予ない。Oh, so it keeps well, it keeps extending the day. Postponement, yeah.
あの計画を実行に移すぞ。
計画？なんぞ？
計画は計画だ。未来ガジェット8号機の実戦投入以外に何？
実戦投入。実戦投入。
があるというのだ。
ああ、電話レンジかっこ仮ね。
What? 電話レンジ？
つうか、レンジの実戦投入って何？
Use in battle. 実戦投入って何？
お前との付き合いもそろそろ3年半になる。
高校2年の時はクラス別でほとんど話してないから実質2年じゃね？
細かいことはいい。とにかくそれほど長い付き合いなのだ。いい加減俺の会話についてこられるようになってくれ。
それは無理。てかまたやってみる？準備できたけど。
前よりバナナを持て。
またゲルバナ作るの？
ゲルバナ？
もったいないよ。
ケチケチしていては機関との戦いには勝てん。
Ah, get a. Let's see something. Seems like making something.
勝たなくてもいいよ。 ナナはマユシーが買ってきてるんだからね。
分かってる。
こちらは RENG 電話レンジかっこ仮です。こちらからタイマー操作できます。シャープボタンを押した後、
Oh, okay. Pound sign. Sharp a button. Sharp a button.
温めたい秒数を入力してください。
120シャープ。
綺麗なターンテーブルだろう。普段と違って逆回転してるんだぜこれ。
逆回転。
ん？
もしかしてそこに重大な意味があるかもしれない。量子の問題を考えて。
よし。よし。
フントの規則を導入して。
フントの規則。導入。新しい。導入して。
あるはねえよ。
ないか。
ないね。変わりないね。
ん？
温まるわけでもなく冷たくなるわけでもなく。
マユシーのジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンが凍っちゃった。
とにかくシュタインズゲートに関わる何かが起きていることは確かだ。
またそれっすか？
ダル、このバナナ食べてみようとは思わではマユリにその名誉を譲ってやろ
う。なんかね、ゲルバナはデロデロでブニュブニュだったよ。
ゲルバナはデロデロでデロデロ。ブニュビニュ。デロデロでブニュビニュだったよ。
味もないし。
食べたのか？
マユシ。あなたのバナナブニュブニュだねって言ってみて。
あなたのバナナブニュブニュ。
言わせるな変態が。
I don't know. It's probably a joke, a sexual joke.
溶ける。
まだラボを出て10分も経ってないぞ。
夏は距離的にフェリースタのところに行くのが限界。
フェリスタン。
だお、メイクインニャンニャンでやってくれればいいのにな。
メイクイン、メガクイン、メイクイン、ニャンニャン。
メイド喫茶で大学の講義ができるか。
単位必須じゃなければ。
大変っす。
絶対休むのに。ひゅー、鈴。ああ、生き返る。
人工衛星落ちたんだよな。
まだ言ってるん？
誰はラジカン見に行かないのか。
どうせ野じ馬多すぎで見れないっしょ。
野じ馬。どうせ野じ馬多すぎて。
ま、アットチャンネルでスネークからの実況見てるし。
Snake. Okay. Yeah. 実況見てるし。
おお、作業一時中断。また祭り？
そうだ、あの時携帯を貸せ。
なんで？いいかん。プライバシーの侵害許さない。絶対。
メール。
侵害。invasion of privacy, but infringement, encroachment. 侵害。許さない。プライバシーの侵害許さない。
送っただろう。マキセクリスが刺されたというメールだ。
ああ、先週来たやつ？
先週
？3通に分けてスパムかっつーの。
スーパーマーケットスパム？スパム。あ、3通に分けて、スパム。
ほら。
奥歯。Oh, never mind. Okarin. Okay. Okube. Okabe. Okabe. Okarin. Okabe. Okarin. Jado. Okay. Now I'm kind of getting his nickname. All right.
重心日時7月23日12時56分
な。
先週送信記録。ない。今日は何日だ
？28日。どうしたの？
メールが過去に送られている。
は？
All right, so let me think. Started that at around 30-minute mark. It's 1 hour and 20 minutes. So it'll take me about another 50 minutes or so. I'll be around 12. I'm going to have to leave this to just one episode today. Just because I know, like, we've got some place I'm going to have to leave at 1 o'clock, so that won't leave me enough time to get ready for that. So yeah, I'm just going to leave this at one episode. It's weird. It's a weird show. I give it that. The voice acting is really annoying. Not necessarily. I mean, the acting is good, I think, but the voices they're choosing, like they're definitely using animated and generic anime voices. That's annoying. But the storyline is goofy as hell. Like they're just basically throwing out scientific terms. But again, if you're going to deal with time travel, and again, problem with time travel, it goes against causality. And again, like they said in one recent video, it's not really about the speed of light, it's the speed of causality. That's why everything goes at it's just basically the way information, the way the concept of information can travel throughout the universe. So even, so gravity, photons, everything travels at the speed of causality, which is, so the speed of light is also in a vacuum goes at the speed of causality. So it's just, so as you approach that from your perspective, everything, your perception of the universe may change, but as far as you're concerned, you're basically you're motionless if you're not accelerating. But as you approach closer to that causality point from an outsider's perspective, you seem like most likely you seem to be gaining mass, losing either compression or volume. Certain things compress. But they always talk about like there's a way to somehow go against causality, and end up in a time earlier than where you were. And I don't think it's going to happen with the microwave in somebody's laboratory. We're talking about the use of, again, spinning black holes, things like that, irregularities and whatnot that are, which help, maybe are versions of those that help set up, the concept of wormholes, where again, you essentially, if you leave one place and you end up in another place instantaneously as far as perspective of each side, then again you've gone against causality type thing. Hence, that's the problem with time travel. There's another option, which is, okay, well, if you go outside this particular universe to another universe, that's not breaking causality. Now how you travel outside the universe, that's a whole thing. Like you can't physically do it, but what if you just transfer the knowledge from one? Again, transfer information from this universe to the next. So it's not necessarily mass, but just information. Where again, like what you are as a person, you transfer it to another universe or dimension, basically, that is also similar to ours, where there's enough of whatever you are matches to wherever the target is. So now you basically take over a body in the other location. And then if those universes are just similar enough but going at a slightly different time scale for whatever reason, it essentially could be the equivalent of time travel, where you really went to a different universe or a different timeline, and then since it was going at a slightly slower time, then it seems to you like you went back in the past, if that makes sense. And when you go back in the past, now whatever you do there isn't going to be communicated over to the other one, so it doesn't transfer. The changes you create won't happen. All right, so you'd have to go back to the other world, travel a little fast, and come back. Now you notice the changes happen again. So it's the idea of like parallel universes or parallel timelines. It's not really parallel timelines. It's really just entire universes, and it's like they come into existence instantaneously or something. Maybe just be the nature of how things work. So that's time travel. It's just that the what you do with that is such that it's not going to happen in somebody's. It's not going to happen in with somebody's microwave. These guys are crazy. They're acting crazy. It's like they're playing. It almost feels like a cosplay in a way. But it's probably going to be a very fun show. I'm not cringing. I mean, some of the words which, and again, if you see how I'm trying to, I'm sometimes trying to, do the whole, just read the Japanese definition, trying to, right? Not doing too well, but, trying to, like you see, like, Jushin, and the Hokakara no denwa, so from the other person, so basically receive, Regio Hoso Terebi, so basically receive a broadcast from somebody else, so, and then so you can go right here, receipt of a message reception. So yeah, you try to do that. Now, but again, it's for words I don't know. So do I want to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what this word is while I'm also trying to enjoy the show on a live broadcast? And I think there's still some merit to trying to get what you can understand just from the definition in Japanese. Because there are some cases where it doesn't feel like the translation, because this is not a definition, this is a translation, where the translation is kind of limiting. But at the same time, if you've got like 9 different definitions, I don't feel like reading through all 9 trying to find the correct one, so I'll just go quickly down and use English to find more of the correct concept that this word is trying to express in this particular situation. Masase. That's supposed to be Risu. Forgot her name already. The since we got time, I tell you what. This is what I'll do. Let me show you a little bit of Anki. So let's see, what can I do with that? Cool. Yeah, we'll shrink it down a bit. All right, so let's just do some reviews. Let's see, it's 32 minutes. Yeah, it's for fun. Let's just do some reviews. All right, so JLPT Tango. レジ袋。スーパーでレジ袋が yeah, so that's the plastic bags that are store bags. レジ袋。
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 あのスーパーではレジ袋が3円です。
Good. Okay.
通帳記入。
通帳記入。
通帳記入のために銀行に寄った。
Okay, 通帳。Yeah, this entering into your bank book. Key and then you. Okay, entering. Okay.
通帳記入。
通帳記入のために銀行に寄った。
通帳記入のために銀行に寄った。
以降。
大地震以降、水を買っておくようになった。
Okay, and that's E. Yeah, like the falling E and then Joe. Or Oriru E.
以降。
大地震以降、水を買っておくようになった。
I'm right there wrong since I got it backwards. But yeah, so 以降。
親しい。
親しい。
親しい友達の結婚式に招待された。
So that's friendly.
親しい。
親しい友達の結婚式に招待された。
親しい友達の結婚式に招待された。
敷く。
敷く。
畳の部屋に布団を敷いて寝ている。
So it's a spread out. 敷く。Okay. Make sure I'm visualizing the kanji. 敷く。
敷く。
畳の部屋に布団を敷いて寝ている。
畳の部屋に布団を敷いて寝ている。
お玉。
お玉。
お玉でカレーをよく混ぜてください。
That's a ladle. And I think it's I'm trying to remember. I think it was tree. Yeah, I think it was in them with two. Let's see.
お玉。
Yeah, okay.
お玉でカレーをよく混ぜてください。
Yeah, okay, I got it wrong. Dama, otama. It's okay, but anyway, I know it's a ladle. Otama. Only time I'll mark it wrong with the kanji if it has kanji as the word. And that's only I'll mark it wrong if it's going to be spaced over 6 months. So that's the reason why shitashi, I kind of drew a brain fart on what the kanji should be. I mean, it should have been, kindness. Like, oh yeah. But like there, otama, it's like, okay, yeah, I got the kanji wrong for the kanjified version of it, but it's not a kanjified word, so I'm not going to worry about it. But, I try to think about it as well. Anyway, Keisatsukan, that's his police officer.
警察官。
警察官。Henkan, and that should be to switch to change over. Let's see. 彼はメールの漢字の変換, so it's conversion. 変換ミスがとても多い。
変換。
変換。
彼のメールは漢字の変換ミスがとても多い。通勤。
通勤に往復で4時間もかかる。
That says your work, traveling to and from work. 通勤 okay.
通勤
通勤に往復で4時間もかかる。
通勤に往復で4時間もかかる。
経由
今日は東京駅を経由して家に帰る。
through by means of
経由
今日は東京駅を経由して家に帰る。追い越す。
前の人がゆっくり歩いていたので追い越した。
追い越す just basically overpass.
追い越す。
前の人がゆっくり歩いていたので追い越した。現れる。
書いた文字にはその人の気持ちが現れる。
現れる。
書いた文字にはその人の気持ちが現れる。
書いた文字にはその人の気持ちが現れる。
項目。
資料を項目に分けて整理する。
Those by titles, by subjects. 項目 Drawing a blank on the kanji.
項目。
資料を項目に分けて整理する。
資料を項目に分けて整理する。And the way I've done it is like for these vocabulary words and only for Tango vocabulary words. If it's an audio, if I can't recall how to write the word in kanji, then I'll mark it difficult. Unless it's spacing over 6 months, then I'll mark it wrong. That way I'm not like sweating it too much because sometimes it's not sticking, but eventually it will. That's all. Steins Gate, it'll say, oh yeah.
聞く。
この薬は風邪によく効く。
Okay, yeah, so make sure you get the right kiku. So that's the kanji with.
聞く。
この薬は風邪によく効く。
この薬は風邪によく効く。
丘。
向こうの丘の上に小さな家が見える。
There's two ways of writing oka. So there's hill and then there's the let's say yeah, you kind of okabe. Okabe.
丘。
In this case, that one.
向こうの丘の上に小さな家が見える。
向こうの丘の上に小さな家が見える。In this case, it was the oka for the hatchet.
週刊誌。
週刊誌。
この週刊誌は経済の専門雑誌だ。
Yeah, so it's an economics magazine. So 週、week, kan, publication, 誌、magazine. Okay, good. Or various. 週刊誌。
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 この週刊誌は経済の専門雑誌だ。
Kind of screwed that up. I was thinking zashi, so I was thinking fukuzatsu zashi. Stupid of me. But anyway, shukanshi. So for that one, because I kind of like brain farted again, just mark it difficult. Yeah, anyway. Kyoikugakubu. So that's just like a daycare. Or, yeah.
教育学部。
Kengaku. So that's a research or observation.
見学。明日どこかの講義。
Don't care about that. Obe. I feel like Obe-ken.
大分県。
Oita-ken. All right, we'll mark that one. Oita-ken.
経済。
経済。
アジアの経済はこれからどうなると思いますか？
経済。
経済。
アジアの経済はこれからどうなると思いますか？
アジアの経済はこれからどうなると思いますか？ Okay. 愛媛県。愛媛。No, no. That's not 愛媛県. That's 愛知県. 愛知県.
愛知県
愛知県。愛媛県 is different. です。
親しい
親しい。
親しい友
親しい
親しい友達の結婚式に招待された。
親しい友達の結婚式に招待された。Okay. 教育学部 Yeah, Department of Education. I was saying 教育 was that was my screw up. 学部 was the
教育学部
yeah. Alright, 大分県
大分県
Alright, cool. Alright, and yeah, there's nothing magical here, just just my own personal opinion on the way I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at the Tango decks hey, these are words which I should know well. And so I'm going to be a bit more strict in how I test myself out. But at the same time, though, I'm not going to learn these words first. I'm going to learn these words after I've learned like a lot of words via Morphman. And then I'm going to go back to Tango and then go through it. There's going to be a lot of words I'm just going to know offhand because of Morphman. And then those that I don't know, it's like, okay, now I can spend more time on the words that are more important. And that's how I'm going to look at it. So I'm going to be suspending a lot of words when I get to the Tango N2 decks. But right now I'm more concerned with Morphman. Alright, so we go back to decks, and again, so you see this kanji one, remember when I first was doing this, there were like dozens or hundreds of kanji. Well, I'm caught back up, right? So now I've only got like 5 to review. So, okay, so that drown, so that's water and missile. Both, yeah. Okay, so boto, immerse, chinbotsu, sinking, ichibotsu, sunset. That's kind of cool. Boshi died. Boats, haunting, boshu, confiscation. Cool. Okay. Masses. So that's blood. Yaku and I want to say cloth or clothes. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Oh wait. Let me look at that. Sorry about that. Okay. So Koshu, public. Taishu, general public. Shugiin, House of Representatives. Okay, Shugiin. Gunshu, masses, crowds of people. Kanshu, an audience. Gunshu, Kanshu. Minshu, the populace. Gunshu, Kanshu, Minshu. Okay, good. Lid, futa, flower. Let me make sure. Plate. Okay. Flower, method, plate. There we go. Alright, futa. There's also a different way of writing futa, which was, no, that was bean. Futa, lid, togai, cranial. Okay, togai. Tengai, canopy. Okay. Mabuta, eyelid, mabuta. Okay, good. Cinnabar, 1, 2, then the drop goes inside. That's rust colored. Alright, so tannen. So I think this was the Full Metal Alchemist is the other alchemy. It's the middle character in the other alchemy set that they do. Tannen, diligence, botan, peony. Tamba, whatever. Ni, red. Itami, that's his place. And tansei, universally good. Okay. Accumulation. Tamiki. So what is accumulate? Tamari. It's water and dew. Yep, good. Water and dew. So this is like when, never mind, don't worry about it. But Tamiki, Sai, Tamari, Matsu, accumulated, Tame, sink. Mizu Tamari. Yuin. Okay, good. Alright, that's it. Cool. Alright, and tell you what. Alright, now Morphman I'm going to do a little differently because again it's different than the let's see, what are we doing on time? Yeah. Okay, so what I did is I got Matt versus Japan's both of his plugins. So this is both the dictionary and the MIA plugin. So Kizuku, so this is to build something. Okay. And I'm not worried about what the sentence is anymore. So I'm just worried, hey, do I know what this word is? So Kizuku, to build something. Okay.
Kizuku.
Okay, good. Setsuchitsu. Let's see. Nakidashi son Setsuji. Oh, so on the verge of Setsujitsu.
切実
pressing, urgent. So Tsujitsu. Toko is the person's name. Toko. Okay, and that's her name is Ryo. Reason why I'm adding their characters' names so I can actually see the actors' names. Yo, Toko. Idomu challenge.
Idomu.
Hatsuru to emanate or start.
Hatsuru.
Hatsuru. She. Clear, distinct. Sumu. Oh, sumu.
Sumu.
Now, what way I'm working is like, so if I don't quite know what it is here, I'll read the sentence, and then I'm using the sentence to kind of get me. Basically, I'm using the sentence like a definition in a way. But this is where she was screaming out clearly. He heard the scream clearly about her yelling at him. Anyway. Okay, so this is blocking the view. So this is saegiru. Saegiru. Doing that. Okay. Kyodaina kimuriyo. Okay.
Saegiru.
Saegiru. Okay, good. Su. So. Suso.
Suso.
Suso. Skirt. Yeah. Goshi. This is in what's it? Denwa goshi. Talking through something. Goshi. Denwa goshi. Talking through the phone. No audio. Goshi. Denwa goshi. Not sure about that. Mitsuha no denwa bango o yoshi. Yoshi. Display.
表示。
表示する方。
表示。
Yeah. Mark that wrong real quick. Yoji. Yoji suru. You say Yoshi. Takaga. Just basically. Takaga homu de.
たかが。たかが。
せいぜいは。
たかが。
たかが。たかがホームで。隕石。Meteorite. 隕石。Why? That's odd. Okay. Now why did that's weird. Okay, so all you gotta do is press F3. See if it works. Let's try. That didn't work. Try something else real quick. There we go. No? Why is that not working? Weird. Alright. It's kind of odd there was no audio for that. Inseki. Inseki. Yoji. Yoji suru.
表示。
表示する。号泣 I know this 号泣 let's see 電車のホームで号泣 oh it's bawling horizon
号泣。
号泣反対的反心的反射的反射的反射的に手をやる oh in apology apologetic
反射。
reflecting 反射的 and I was wrong reflectively 反射的
反射的。
反射的に yeah I got it wrong 流れ時間流れその the flow of time 時間の流れ
流れ。
流れ 針の Well, that's the final competition, finals. Okay. I don't like that. Why is that one? Why is it not? F3. Let's see if we got. Nope, doesn't like that either. Listen. Patty no honsen te watashi. And yeah, so like this one, now here's what's happening. So for the Morph Man, if I see Honsen, I didn't know what that was, all right? But I read this Peri no Honsente, so then I realized Zetai Kareshi. It's like, oh, okay, this they're talking about when they're doing the competition for the baking competition, basically. And that's where I remembered, okay, that's what it means, Honsen. So it's like the final competition. So I'm not marking this wrong. If this were Tango, what I'm doing with Tango is that, hey, I want to be able to just seeing the word, know what the word means when I see it. And not without the using just the sentence. So if I had to use a sentence, I would have marked it difficult. Or if it's after 6 months, I would have marked it like here. If this were a Tango word, I would have marked this as bad. Like I would have missed it. But again, I'm not worried about it. It's like, hey, do I know it from the context? Then yeah, then that's the way I want to work it. Because the whole sense like actual competition or actual fight or actual whatever. Okay. Tsutsu, that means continue on something. So, shinpai ni naritsutsu. Douji ni yokunawaru futatsu. Yeah. Basically, continue on with something without care. Ashimoto, right in front of your feet. Ashimoto. Kind of odd that there's no audio for that. Let's go see something. And the good thing here, you can just do this and see if that works. Nope. Nope. Let's see. Nope. What about here? Nope. No joy. Sometimes if you pick a different word, and with Morphman, with the MIA add-on, if you press F3, it generates the audio. But if that particular word doesn't create the audio, pick up another variant of the word, and you may actually get audio for it. In this case, there was no audio. So that's what was happening there. Ashimoto. Kake. Yeah, so that's your lineage.
Kake.
Kake. Uchikire. Uchikire. Uchikiri. Cut off. Oh yeah.
Uchikiri.
Uchikiri. Alright, so I'm going to end that here. So thank you all very much. This is we're just going to call that a day. Okay, so let me synchronize that and exit out of here. Okay, good. And yeah, Morphman, like I said, so Morphman, when I'm actually doing it without explaining, now the reviews are going much faster because I'm just caring mainly about the word. And if I need the sentence, then I use the sentence as opposed to reading the sentences all the time. So the sensor there is as context. And so if I don't need the context, I don't use it. And it goes much faster. It's mainly like, hey, when I read the word, do I know what it means? And do I know how to say it? Biggest thing is, do I know how to say it? And then with the sentence, if I need to know what it means, I'll use the sentence for that. That's all. As far as with Shinkansen Master, that's kind of like grammar. So that means, hey, there's a grammar point. Do I know from just looking at that grammar point, do I know what that means? If I need then the sentence as context, then I'll mark it as difficult because, you know, sometimes I want to be very careful about the sentence giving away a meaning because that sentence isn't going to be there all the time. It's going to be different sentences. So it's best if I know what that word is, the grammar point is, regardless of the sentence context. Same thing with the vocabulary with the Tango. But Morphman is different. Morphman is me kind of playing off the idea I need to read a lot every day. And so by reading a lot every day, and if my comprehension is there through the reading, that's what I want. Like I wouldn't know what that word is in isolation, but I would know it in context of in a sentence or in a story. Then that's really what you want to go for. As long as when I see that word, I know how to pronounce it. So I will mark it difficult if I need to use the sentence to pronounce a word. I should be able to pronounce a word without using the sentence. There are some exceptions of that, like if it's mada, okay, that makes sense. But it's mada ni, what is it? So is it mada or is it imada? Well, it's imada if it's ending with a ni, so you need that ni there. So that's, for example, that's this one weird case when it comes to matsu kanji. Yeah. So anyway, that's the reason why. So and then with kanji, then it's just very simple. It's like, hey, do I just know how to write the kanji from memory? You know, hey, here's a word here, or here's some words using it. Can I write it from memory? That's it. And you saw I don't have to physically write it. So I can write out in my head. Yeah. Yeah, and that's about it. So yeah, it makes make sure that the reviews are going much faster. Now I can't. It's slower here because I'm talking about it and explaining to the camera, so I have to slow stuff down big time. But again, it's nothing complicated. And then when I'm studying, and I might do another thing on its own as its own broadcast, where I'm actually going to show myself going through Morphman, adding words to Morphman, and I might do that in when I add the next set of book, which is actually it's not really a book, it's a TV show. When I add the 8th section to this Morphman, which is going to be, I think, Keikon Dekinai Toko, then I'll go through and show, like, okay, here's a word. Oh, I already know that word. I press K, so hey, okay, good, it's gone. Or okay, I don't know this word. Cool, let's go look it up, and I'll show you how I look up the words to then add stuff, and then what are my steps or thought process for that. But try to make it as quick as possible. But sometimes it's not quick, because there's some benefits. There's some cool stuff about Morphman when you see it, is that you list some other sentences, and sometimes I'm having fun looking at all the sentences that are used in the collection I've got that are using this word I'm seeing, and I'm looking for the best sentence to use as the context for that word, which I think is kind of cool. All right, with that said, I think that's about it. So thank you all very much. And so we're at the 2-hour mark, and I don't like doing the broadcast over 2 hours anymore. So that's my target. And then with Steins Gate, I'm pretty sure as we're going along, it's going to get faster and faster because again, they can only add so many new words. So that's they can only add so many new words. So that's going to be kind of cool. Yep, cool. And there's only 24 episodes, so that should be fast. And then again, after Steins Gate is going to be the last half of Harry Potter Book 3. And then after that, I'm going to be doing Attack on Titan. And then when that happens, then I'll be moving back into Japanese dramas and books. Cool. That's about it. Thank you all very much. It's Nuke Marine, and I'll see you when I see you. Oh, and by the way, for Tarbuzz and Lolicon and Hamidi, thank you all for your comments.